Okay, I like these waterers. They're easy to clean out when they get their water dirty. It's just this kind, they're all kind of basically the same. So I'm just going to dump this. For some reason, they got a lid on this one. And then I just reach inside the cage. Once you take the water thing out of there, then this slides right out. Stay in there, baby. So I'm just going to dump that. Take my hose. Rinse it off so she gets a clean bowl. And then this will go back in there. You're in my way. Move your butt, Henry. And then we just fill up the water. Yeah, I think your water going here. And that just sits back down in there. And make sure it's coming out. Put the lid back on it, and that way I keep it clean water. And the feed is the same thing. Once you take this out, then you can take that part out, clean it, the feed and water. So it makes it real simple. And then hers is a little dirty too. So again, I need to fill that back up. Get her some clean water, especially when it's hot out. And once you take that out, no, you can't come out. This just slides right out. Sorry, Poppy, you can't come out. And then I just hose it off. Make sure it's clean. Get your nose in there. Stick that back in there. Missy. Now once your thing's pulled all the way forward, just stick it in there. Make sure the water comes out. And that's it. And I do the same thing with the feed. And then I do the same thing with the feed. She's got some left in there, but because these don't have the holes, you know, underneath them for the dust to fall out, I just take a sifter and I take some and I do a couple shakes to get the dust out of there. I leave the sister in their feed and then put it in there. Simple as that. So even if you don't have that in there, just use a sifter. That's what I do. And as you see, I just leave my measuring thing and my sifter in with their feed. So that helps. Because I really don't want to tear up bigger holes in my cages. Those ones that sit inside or even on the outside and just go in. Yep. Okay, so I gotta fill her water up a little bit more. And then that should be it. They're all good to go. Huh. All right, everybody's doing good. And because that fan's so loud, which I got on low right now because I'm recording, I do have 2 more of those coming in. So that will give me 3 of them down through here. Luckily, it's only going to be a little crowded in here through the summer. Winter, all this is going to be gone. So I got to get some boxes, totes, and put everything away. I still got this mess to clean up. I'm still doing some building and some rearranging. So I think I changed my mind on the Chicksville shed. And the one corner, I sold the brooder box that was on wheels. So that gives me that whole corner right there. And I think I'm going to do shelves in there. All my rabbit stuff will be right there. In with the chicks. But that way I can get rid of all this stuff. So I still have a little bit ways to go, but they're all doing good. Okay, I'll turn the fan back up because it gets pretty loud and it's heavy and it's ugly. What matter, George Jones? I know, baby. Y'all doing good, though. It's not really time for a weigh-in yet. I may do that this weekend just to see the ounces that they may have gained in the last couple weeks. Kind of give me a ballpark. Huh. Yep. And I think I may have to wash her feet off a little bit. It's a little dirtier. Theirs is pretty clean. What you doing, Mabel? Look what she's done to her basket. I mean, there ain't nothing left of it. I gotta get my broom yet, come through here and sweep the cages out. You know, I do that a couple times a day, if not more sometimes, and see how sometimes it does, the berries stick together and stuff, and it'll stick on the cages, so I gotta get that off. So that's what I do every day. So I come out here several times a day. I check, try to knock stuff off, try to keep it clean in there the best I can. Yeah, we'll get that cleaned up. Okay, I did start smelling just a little bit when I got over on the back side of it. So it was mostly just right there. He pees a lot. So as you see, I got to get a bucket, get my wagon or something, get that hauled out of here, get the fans on. So that'll give enough time to air some of that out on the ground. And then I still got a bag of that chopped straw left. I don't like it for underneath here, but that's what I got. That's what I'm using. Does make it easier to rake up. So I'm just they're not gonna poop and pee a whole lot within the next 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish brushing out their cages, do one more rake. I got the fans pointing down on there. So hopefully, which this is all dry. There's only a couple spots that are wet. I didn't notice about that board there. I have it right in the middle, right where he likes to pee. So it's wet. So I think I may need to pile up the straw on top of that. Or maybe get me some shavings and put up there. Of course, I got shavings. I have chicks. Okay, let me finish. George Jones, what? You know, I'm going to take that plate out of there if you keep using that as your potty. You hear me? How many times do I got to come in here and tip that over? So, yeah, this is all I do is come in here a couple times. You know, whenever I'm in here, if I see it's getting bad. And by raising this up, now my brush reaches underneath there. So I can knock the poo-poo off the boards. And that's another reason I'm glad I'm not boarding this up, because I can easily get behind these cages and get back over there. Are you stretching out, Mabel? So that way I can keep their cages as clean as I possibly can without it getting too bad, and then it takes forever to clean them. George, stay over in that corner and go potty. So she's got, Henry has a big hunker chunker one there, and I just get it pushed down there, and a kind of dry brush. Yeah, you want to help? And I can also go back behind there, and I do from underneath too. That way I can make sure that stuff don't stick to that wire. If the poo-poo don't stay back there, so I'll go on the back side and do underneath it, and then come back and do on top again. So that gets rid of that. So we don't want that to stay in there. Y'all need to quit. And she's only got a little bit here. I'll have to lift that cage up to get that out. Alright. Okay. Got the fresh straw down there. So what I'm going to do is head to the store and pick me up some of that green plastic netting, you know, like you put around your garden. Some of it I have around my fencing there. And I've got a bunch of these. So I'm just going to connect, because I don't want it permanent. I want to be able to move it so I can break out from behind underneath there. And I think what I'm going to do is take these, make it more simple, and just wrap around the front and back so the chickens can't get underneath there and kick that all out again all over the place. I mean, I know they're keeping it fluffed up and dried, but the thing is, I just don't want I don't want to keep having to rake that up. So I still have to clean up my piles. Gotta find a corner in the yard to get a compost going. And when I come around here, I may just take some little eye hooks or something and just hook it on a board. And I may be able to get one of those there without it being in my way if I strategically put them like here, where it's not in the way of the door or the feed or the water, and just wrap this. I think I'm going to try that. I got to try something once, because the chickens will have this tore apart in no time. And I piled up the straw where she pees a lot. She likes that corner. No way to avoid it. Everybody getting cleaned up? Hey, your feet look pretty clean. I mean, Poppy's does too, but I mean, it looks like she needs them brushed off some. Well, you actually got them pretty clean. She needs a little brush. She needs brushed. Yeah, need to get a little rabbit brush and kind of help with any loose fur. I know, Miss Princess, you're be getting more air once those other two fans get here. So let me turn this other one on high.